workmates, meat eaters Luke and Matt and vegetarians Greg and Ross are taking part in a unique experiment on flatulence. First, to find out if what they eat changes both how much and what type of gas they produce.
This is going to be funny food.
The boys are recording everything they consume over a 3-day period in food diaries. Once the counting and food diaries are complete, they meet me at the University of the West of England. Here, odour expert Professor Norman Ratcliffe and our own science specialist Dr. James Logan are going to analyse their bottom gas.
OK guys, well, as we all know, farts are notoriously difficult to capture, and that's because they're made of gases like carbon dioxide, oxygen, hydrogen and methane, and also really smelly chemicals that are made by the bacteria that live in your gut.
To catch the invisible gas, we're sealing the boys into silver foil bags.
It doesn't get better than this.
And to ensure the bags don't rip and lose any gas, we're putting them in wheelchairs. Once the time is up, they're back into the lab, where one machine extracts the odourless hydrogen and methane gases, whilst a pump captures the organic smelly compounds called sulfides.
And so we're going to find out exactly how smelly you are in just a second.
Most farts are made up of a variety of different gases, and the results show that the boys were a mix of hydrogen, methane and sulfide compounds, and the ones with the most sulfides in were the smelliest, and these belonged to the meat eaters. This is probably because they're eating too much protein, more than their body needs, so some is being converted in their bowel into smelly sulfides.
I'll tell you one thing I would say, boys, is Matt and Luke, regardless of your wind, you both need to eat more veg.
Next, it's the clicker results, and these show that meat eater Luke was by far the windiest, recording up to 20 farts in a day.
Me? What does that mean?
When we look at your food diary, there's a lot of processed food there, a lot of high sugar. And I suspect it's those complex carbs that the bacteria in your gut are feeding off and producing a lot of gas.
So, in our experiment, when it came to smells, the meat eaters were the smelliest, but in terms of frequency, Luke's sugary diet meant he did the most and was declared top trumper.
Sorry lads, stand back.
If you're breaking wind more than 20 times a day or feeling bloated, then you could have food intolerance, which can be diagnosed with a breath test.